Hi friends, welcome back to Can't Think Straight. As a reminder, I am your producer, Madison Harvey. We have a fun episode planned for you all about fanfiction. That's right, I said fanfiction. If you have never heard of fanfiction, don't worry, Logan will catch you up to speed on Crash Course. But if you are like me and know more than you would like to admit about the world of fanfiction, I promise this is a safe space. And to wrap it all up, we have some new friends joining us for a little Is It Fanfiction game show. But first, before we can be silly and whimsical, we have to get serious. In today's political climate, the LGBTQIA+ community faces constant ridicule. And while it is nice to take a break from the hardships we may face, it is important to stay informed. So let's see what Christian has for us on headlines.
Thanks, Madison. Hello, everyone. I'm Christian. Welcome back to Headlines. I am your host for this segment. Last summer's was a lot longer because we had a lot more to cover, so this episode's going to be a little shorter. That might be good or bad, depending on how you see it, but anyway, let's get into it. In the last 2 weeks, the Trump administration had continued its attacks on the transgender community. Some actions of note have included blocking federal grants for the LGBTQ+ and DEI programs, which stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, which groups such as the ACLU or the American Civil Liberties Union comment that it might actually be illegal. The administration also blamed the trans community for a potential government shutdown and is reportedly attempting to label trans people as violent extremists. In Florida, state officials ordered the removal of rainbow crosswalks, including one outside the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, a notable gay bar, threatening funding cuts. While the state painted over the memorial, community members temporarily restored it with chalk. A federal court vacated the National Endowment for the Arts implementation of a Trump administration ban on gender ideology content. In short, a federal court ruled that the National Endowment for the Arts, NEA, cannot deny grants to artists based on the Trump administration's gender ideology ban. The ruling found the policy violated the First Amendment by imposing unconstitutional viewpoint-based restrictions on speech. Lastly, an LGBTQ+ organization in Iowa moved its annual health conference online due to professionals' fear of attending in person following changes to DEI and LGBTQ+ healthcare policies. For some additional resources, visit the National LGBTQ Task Force for legal updates and advocacy toolkits. Text HOME or OLA to 741-741 for 24/7 peer support to the crisis text line. Lastly, follow us on Instagram at Can't Think Straight ASU for behind the scenes and upcoming events. That's all for this episode. I'm Christian. Thanks for tuning into the headlines. I'll send you over to Logan over at Crash Course once again. Stay informed, stay proud, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Christian, and hello to you gays, allies, friends, and of course, those who still aren't sure what you're even watching. My name is Logan Perry, and I will guide you through this week's crash course focusing on fan fiction. You may say, how does this pertain to queer culture? And I say, have you seen what's on there? If not, do yourself a favor for today's episode and go peek around and see what independent writers have to offer. So let's go right ahead and talk about fan fiction. At its simplest, fan fiction is when fans take existing stories such as TV shows, books, movies, and other stuff such as video games and write their own versions. Perhaps they could expand on their side characters, fix unsatisfying endings, or imagine new relationships that the original never explored. It's storytelling by the fans and for the fans. Now, here's why fan fiction is especially important in queer culture. For decades, mainstream media gave us very little queer representation, and when it did, it was often tragic, stereotypical, or merely decorative. Fan fiction lets queer people take the stories they loved, such as Harry Potter, Supernatural, Twilight, Glee, and say, what if these characters were queer like me? What if they actually got romance, the adventure, the happy ending they deserve? These platforms such as Wattpad bring users to write around whatever they want about whenever they want. So let's look into some details about our platforms, starting with fanfiction.net. With roughly around 2 million users being reported back in the late 90s, the reason why I bring this up today is because at that time it was quite a feat during the 90s and early internet. Queer folk and readers alike were just showing a large support of fanfiction writers early off, as seen in the Guinness World Record for their large user base back then. Go you guys. Next we have Archive of Our Own, also known as AO3, with a staggering 9 million registered users, over 15.8 million works. I know that you have an old account somewhere from 2020 in those archives. I'm on to you. And to round off this garble of data, we have Wattpad with an astounding 90 million monthly users and over 400 million stories and uploads. I cannot believe those numbers, but here we are. If you think that people don't read fanfiction, take a look around and know that they are part of that 90 million active users. The next question is, what the heck are you guys reading on there? That's a great question, thank you me. If you're seeing anything ever, websites over 400 million stories, you are bound to find a story about a fandom, show, character, or universe in many conceivable ways. So let's look into some popular fan bases right now. Good lord! We have Harry Potter, still one of the largest fanfic fandoms on AO3 and fanfiction.net. Ships like Derry, which is Draco and Harry, and Wolfstar, which is like Ramus and Sirius, are staples. Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus are tons of queer representation and headcanons. We also have Twilight, huge in the late 2000s and even produced 50 Shades of Grey spin-off, as we all know, a very good book and movie. Supernatural, infamous for Distill, which is Dean and Castiel, ship. We also have Sherlock from the BBC, a massive John Locke following. We also have Glee, every possible queer pairing got written, especially Klaine, which is Kurt and Blaine. Remember the episode where they're forced to make out in an elevator thanks to Sue Sylvester? I do. Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Teen Wolf, especially known for queer and / fan fiction. There's also a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, like Steve and Bucky, Tony and Steve, Loki variants, as you know. Of course, Star Wars, we have Finn and Poe, plus decades of expanded universes, as well as Disney and Pixar films, often reimagined with queer twists or alternative readings. We have also video games such as Undertale, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, and Overwatch. These are all very strong in the fanfiction communities. We also have Genshin Impact and Honkai. Star Rail are exploding right now in fanworks. Star Trek from the 1960s is also a good example. Birthplace of the modern / fiction Kirk / Spock fanworks. And my personal favorite, we have Yosef and Daniel Boone. I made that one up, but now you can't unsee it. So I hope this crash course helps provide a little bit of a good overview on our topic today. If not, then keep watching and dive further into our fantastical world, which is going to be too good to be true. My name is Logan Perry, and this pretty face is done with your crash course. Back to you, Madison.
Well, hi, I'm Christian.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Logan.
And what are we doing today, Ash?
Guys, we're playing Is It Fan Fiction? Lock in, think of all of your fan fiction knowledge, and let's play.
I know very little. Here we go. Those are real books. Oh, sorry.
Do I answer? Okay.
I guess so.
50 Shades of Grey was a Twilight fan fiction.
Oh, what about American Psycho?
It's not a fan fiction?
I think that one's just
It's just a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
You are so
okay.
smart.
Okay, we're learning. Okay, so there's the two. We gotta figure out which one is the fan. Okay.
What a photo that is.
That is a...
Oh my god, that's
The Idea of You is a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Oh my god.
I watched that with my friends 2 weeks ago.
I've only heard of Red, White, and Blue.
You know, it has a beginning, middle, and end to it.
There's a beginning, middle, and end, and they use words, so it's a movie.
It is technically
a form of media.
It's a vidya, for sure.
Are you right? You are right.
I'm chronically online.
It's okay. I
Give me what I
was
know.
actually gonna guess the other one just because gay.
Gay. I smell gay. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like Divergent is a fan fiction.
I think I'm gonna go opposite and say Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these.
You know, like, people really love writing fanfic about Harry Styles, so, you know, if it's a Harry Styles fanfic, I wouldn't be
But people
surprised.
also
would
really
say-
love writing dystopian fanfics.
I would say, given the covers, for some reason, Shadowhunters gives very fanfic.
Oh! Is it? Oh!
Of Mortal
Inspired by Harry Potter.
Okay,
I
well,
see it
I'm
now.
not gonna lie, that's a
see it.
reach.
That's a surprise.
That's a reach, but okay,
I-
Cassandra Clare.
I wanted to. Oh!
Oh, this is, I'm confused.
I don't-
See, one of these feel very easy. This
One,
feels easy.
okay, so Fourth Wing is being made into a TV show via Amazon Prime, and it's supposed to come out within the next 2 years. And The Love Hypothesis is filming with Lily Reinhart, and that's coming out within the next year. But I've never read The Love Hypothesis, and I've read Fourth Wing an unholy amount of times.
Does it feel like a fanfic?
My guess
I
would
think
be
it's
the
the
Love
Love
Hypothesis.
I would say
Hypothesis.
Love Hypothesis as well.
Okay.
I'm very scared.
Watch the Fourth Wing video.
I'm gonna be so upset because what is it? Okay.
Okay. Star Wars!
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
No, but that shouldn't be a thing. Why? Why? No. I object.
How does it get to that point? How does it go from Star
Wars to Science Lab.
Science Lab, student and professor?
And I believe Kylo Ren and Rey are roughly the same age, so why is there like a power dynamic?
Why is there a possible age gap? I've not read it. I don't know how old they are.
Allie Hazelwood, what's wrong with you? It's like our last, I believe. Okay.
It is? I didn't know that.
This has been very bonding, you guys. What are we gonna do after this?
I guess.
Go get a burger. I know it's after. Okay, it's after.
Yeah.
Because it's a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Is everything Harry Styles?
I can guarantee you that's a Harry Styles fan fiction. Hardin Scott the name was changed. The original fan fiction was on Wattpad, and Hardin was originally Harry Styles.
I see.
Oh! Wait, what do you mean? I don't know what Gabriel's Inferno is. Is that what it's called? Is it a Harry Styles fanfic?
It's a Twilight fanfic.
Oh, it's reading. Oh, read. Why?
We have been given this very motion from our producer.
This is, uncomfortable experience, and I would never read fan fiction or watch movies associated with it. It's very inappropriate and some might say confusing. Therefore, I would like to say I did win. Guys, this is so fun. I feel so much closer to you guys. What were your names again?
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Can't Think Straight. I hope you found a new fan fiction to read or a new fandom to be a part of, or giggled a little while we quizzed some people on whether or not they knew fan fiction. We'll see you next time. Bye.
If you were to write a fanfic about any celebrity, who would it be? Because I think I have two. I'm between Adam Sandler and Jack Black.
Okay, why not both?
Why do you have to choose?
Both at the same time.